been right about right now. Whole lot chit chat, can't do that, settle down, pipe down. On the kitchen floor in the church sauce, young Mike moonwalk. Always been a star in the sky, you did not get tuned out. Yeah, I'm flashing, yeah. Now badges, yeah. Quick flipping, yeah. Big mattress, yeah. Don't ask, yeah. We taxing, yeah. New address, yeah. Can't move backwards. Hold on, yeah, you know me. Late night, all night, don't need no sleep. Ay. Hold on, okay now, don't know, don't speak. Ay. Get down, hold click down, on God, on now with the business, ain't no feelings, ain't no dreaming, yeah. Loud when I rip it, I ain't turning down the speakers, no. Eyes bloodshot, I've been burning out the daylight too. I got responsibilities, so I can play with you. Let's get it, yeah, let's get it. I was down bad, no cap, no fit, yeah. Hey, no kidding, keep it OG, no rest, no gimme, yeah. All right.
Hey, Red, how you doing, man? Red, can you hear me? Red, can you hear me? There you go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You gotta turn your mic on. Hold on here. I can't hear you. You gotta turn your mic on.
Okay.
There you go. Now I got you. All right. How's it going, man?
Hey, I'm struggling right now. I ain't gonna even lie.
I hear you, man. How you look, man? We have all been there. You know, I've been there. You know, shoot, man. Dealing with that homeless thing I was dealing with for a while, man. And honestly, this is what did it for me, man. This real estate thing, man. And I know it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. But you know what though? Most of the time when your back is against the wall, right? And I tell people this all the time. Most time it takes for your back to be against the wall, for you to be at the bottom before you can come up.
Yeah.
Because, when you get to that point, man, you just get to a point where you feel like, okay, I got to make it happen. I ain't got no choice. No, I can't go down no further. So, I got to make it happen. And believe it or not, that's one of the reasons why I created Flipstream, because I wanted something that people could get into without it first costing them a whole lot of money. Because you see this other stuff out there about real estate, all this stuff, man, they want you to pay thousands of dollars up front. I know because I paid it. That's how I learned it. Okay? I paid close to $14,000, went to a seminar, a conference that they had here at the Civic Center in Tallahassee back in 1995. I went to that thing. They showed us all this stuff. They didn't let us get to the access to the stuff, but they were showing us what was possible and how it could be done, this and that. But in order to get involved with it, you had to come out of pocket $14,000.
Wow.
And I wound up giving them $7,500 down and paying them $850 a month until I got it paid off. And when I got access, and then the bad thing about it, when I got access to it, they showed me just enough to show that how it could work. But their thing was use our money, our investors' money. You find the deals, and then we'll split the profits. Well, the $14,000 I spent, that got me into the training and all that type of stuff and showing me how all this stuff is done. But then in order to get access to the investors' money, guess what? I had to pay another $7,000.
It's crazy.
And at that point, I said, nah, because I can see where this rabbit hole's going. But they had showed me enough to show me that it works, right? If you can figure out how to do it on your own without using the investor money. So I walked away from it, didn't do anything with it until I became homeless in 2008. When I became homeless in 2008, man, I started shooting my video, Diary of Homeless Entrepreneur. I said, man, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Then I thought, well, shoot. They showed me this stuff about flipping property. There's a bunch of abandoned properties here in Tallahassee.
Yes,
On
it is.
California Street and Alabama Street and over in, Frenchtown, over on the South Side, Texas Street. I started thinking about that. I said, shoot. I said, well, let me, see if I can apply this stuff myself and see if I can make it. So I started doing some research. And that's when I came across this thing called assignment of contracts, where you don't need money. I said, So from what I know, what they taught me on how to find these properties and how to evaluate these properties, how to locate these people, I can use that assignment of contract to get them on the contract. Then I just flip the contract out. Now that's what they call real estate day trading, because you're not really selling the real estate. You're basically contracting, and then you are selling the contract to someone who's going to pay cash.
Right.
Okay? But you have to know how to evaluate the properties and pick the right properties that got the right equity, pick the right people who own these properties, because they have to be motivated to sell, because you're not contracting them at the retail price. You're really contracting them at a wholesale price, but all the circumstances have to be right for you to be able to put money in their pocket, pay off the bank and everything, and still be able to market it to someone else at a discount and make money on it. And that's what I did. I found my first one. I rode my bicycle from the homeless shelter down to California Street. Saw about 3 or 4 different abandoned homes down there. I went and started looking at one. I even recorded. I put it on. It's on my other YouTube channel. And I even recorded, when I was evaluating the property. Long story short, I tracked down the owners of it, contacted them. I found out through the clerk of the court that the property was valued had a tax value of about $79,000. It had a tax value of $79,000, right? They had a tax lien on it for about almost $8,000. It was like $7,500 or something like that. They had a tax lien on it. So it means that the city was gonna, sell it at a tax lien sale, right? A tax deed sale. So I contacted the owners. I said, look, it's got a value, tax value of $79,000. They owe $7,500 on it. So I contacted them. I said, look, I want to make you an offer because I'm an investor and I have a network of cash buyers. Now I want to make you an offer so I can present this to my network and get you, if I can get you the $7,500 and pay off the city, pay off the taxes, and put $10,000 in your pocket, would that work for you? They said, yeah, because the house was abandoned, right? If they didn't do something on it, city was gonna take it.
Right.
Right? So they said, yeah, that'll work out just fine. So I said, all right, so I'm gonna get you to do an assignment of contract. Now I didn't know no better. I did the assignment contract for 90 days, not knowing that it don't take, what 14 days to complete these things. I went ahead because I didn't know no better. I didn't know no better. My first time actually doing it, right? So I said, okay, I'm gonna do a contract. I need you to do a contract. This is called an assignment contract, where you're giving me contractual rights to the property. That way, then I can legally present it to my network of cash buyers. All right, I'm gonna give you a contract, but I need a 90-day assignment contract, which is gonna be for $17,000, right? For $17,500. That's
right.
$10,000 to you, $7,500 to pay off the taxes, and then I'll show it to my network, and then they'll give me whatever they're gonna give me for it, and then I make some money on it, you make some money on it, you get this thing off your record, all that type of stuff. Cool? They said, cool. I didn't even know enough that they didn't know enough to even ask for a deposit. So, which you don't need one, but that's just how I knew I was, right? That's just how I knew I was. So they signed it, did the thing for 90 days. I went out there, now I had the property on the contract. Now, me not knowing any better, I actually went out there, mowed the yard. I mowed the yard, man. I borrowed my aunt's lawnmower, right? She brought it out there because I ain't have no car. I had a bicycle. She brought it out there. I mowed the yard and everything, kind of fixed it up a little bit, took some money that I had made at the day labor, Started painting it. I'm doing all this stuff to it, like, because I'm thinking that I'm gonna sell it, like, like what's called sale. Then I got to think, man, I don't have the money to fix this dog. It need a little bit of roof work. I don't have the money to fix this thing up like that. So then I just got I put up one of them, the guy next door had these old election signs that they put out in, what's called? So he gave me about 3 of them old election signs. I took the election thing off of, the carpet thing off of, took some old boxes I got from the shelter, some cardboard boxes, stuck that on there, then wrote on it, for sale. For sale, right? I put little signs up out of there in the yard, everything. And a realtor drove by, looked at it, and saw the for sale sign, and called me up and said, "You got this property for sale?" I go, "Yeah." She said, "Well, what are you selling for?" Well, it's got a $79,000 tax value on it, and shoot, I sell it for. I sell it for like $60,000. And then she kind of edges the way it's got a market value of about $130,000. I'm like, oh, I ain't know nothing about no after repair value, none of that. I tell you just how I knew I was, right?
Right.
And she said, "I tell you what, go ahead and let me list it with me, and I'll find you back because I got a lot of cash, people that pay cash for homes, because you can sell it to another investor real quick." I was thinking like, okay, so I listed with her, she get like 5% of the sale price. Still didn't know no better. I got a realtor and everything, right? Man, in less than 4 days, a realtor had somebody who made me an offer for $59,000. I said, I take it.
Yeah.
Take it. Right? So set up the closing at Stewart Title Company. Went to the closing, and I rode my bicycle to the closing. Stewart Title Company. I remember I rode my bicycle to the closing. Got there, the realtor was there, and the title company had the check from her buyer, which was $59,000. The title company had made out a check to the people for $10,000, and made out a check to the city of Tallahassee for the $7,500, and another check made out to me for like $28,000 some dollars. That was that minus the realtor's fee and minus the closing costs, the title company's cost, right? That check made out to me like $28,780 some dollars and 12 cents. Man, they signed the paperwork over to me. Well, I signed with my contract. Then I signed the paperwork over to the realtor's buyer from when they was buying it from me. It was like a simultaneous closing. All 3 parties were there. I was there. People I was getting it from was there. The people who I was selling to was there. It was just a simultaneous closing, right? I had never done this before. Simultaneous closing. They signed everything. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to wait for the money to go in my bank account, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? Signed everything, man. They bought them checks out. I'm looking at a certified check for $28,800 some more dollars. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, this mine now? I go and put this in the bank now? This is mine? I ain't saying it out loud because I ain't want to look like
Right.
But I'm like, man, I said, we done? I said, yeah. Oh, that's it, Mr. Butler. Man, when I got my bicycle, I rode as fast as I can to Wells Fargo because I did not want to go back to the shelter with a $28,000 check in my pocket.
That's right.
Man, I tell you, I rode fast as I could to Wells Fargo and deposit that check. And I said, man, that was kind of quick. So then I did a little more research on it, right, on how to do these things. And I did 4 more flips within 45 days. And I went over to, I was looking at some townhomes on the Rhett off Paul Russell. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know, probably.
Rhett Drive. There's some townhomes over there off the golf course, of Highland Golf Course. A bunch of them were owned by Bank of America. They were REO townhomes, bank-owned townhomes. They had one over there right off of Highlands Golf Course. Bank of America had it for $38,000, what they had it listed. I made an offer of $25,000. They countered with $28,000. Let's close. I paid for my first townhome cash. That's how I got the show.
Wow.
That's how I got the show. And and from that, I started doing some other stuff. I got into real estate development, became I became a consultant, a paid consultant, on development projects. And then I kind of got into, I bought my own tax firm, where I started my own tax thing, where I do taxes and making a lot of money doing that. So kind of got away from the real estate and got involved in that. And then from that, I was doing this truck driver taxes. And the first year, we did his tax. He made about 130. He did about 115, $120,000 working for a company. I think he was working for Heartland Express. You know who they are. He was driving a reefer truck with them. He made about $120,000, $130,000 first year. That next year we did his tax. I noticed he made over $300,000. So I was like, what is this? So I asked him, I said, man, what are you doing? He goes, well, he said, I bought my own truck. I said, shoot, you make that kind of money driving the truck? He goes, well, I don't really drive. He said, I first started out, I was, for the first few months, but then I got me a driver, put it in, I bought me 2 more trucks. I said, okay, so you only making like $100,000. So he goes, well, that's after paying my drivers about $100,000 each. Right? I said, oh, so you making $300,000 to the drivers. He said, plus my expenses, my fuel, taxes, and all that stuff. So when I'm looking at his stuff, I was like, well, actually, you made close to $1 million. He goes, yeah, but after I paid everybody, I took about $340,000, $350,000. The trucking make money like that? He goes, yeah, man, you can make a lot of money trucking. So that's when I sold my tax firm to my business partners. I sold that to them for about close to $300,000. Went to truck driving school, which I already knew how to drive a truck because I grew up on a farm. My granddad had that tobacco farm out there in Dogtown, and he had hogs. We used to drive the transfer trucks, the semi trucks, to the place up there in Donaldsonville to sell the hogs and stuff, and to the pecan place because he had pecan growth. So I grew up driving the truck, but I didn't have no CDL. So I had to go to truck driving school, right, get my CDL, right? Because on a farm, you don't need a CDL. So I had to go to truck driving school to get my CDL, right? So I did that, got my CDL, and that's how I got into the trucking thing. And I started my own trucking company, started my vocational school, because the rest from there. But then the last couple of years, trucking just kind of fell just completely off. It fell. Last year was the first year in trucking that I did not break $100,000.
Wow.
And that's from all 3 of my trucking businesses. That's from because I bought 12 trucks, eventually, and I was leasing them out. All of them parked last year because we're no freight out there. All of them parked last year. All of them parked. I wind up selling. I'm still trying to sell my last 2, but I wound up selling the others. And that's how I kind of made it through the year by selling them trucks. But the trucking industry, it fell off the last couple of years. And you know what I'm talking about. Last year, 88,000 trucking companies went out of business. Right? And shoot, like 8,000 great brokerage firms went out of business. So it was just, last year was a bloodbath for trucking. So I started thinking to myself, you know what? Last time I was up against the wall, how did I get out of it? And I thought, real estate. Let me go back to flipping these houses. And then I looked back into that, so yeah, I can still do this thing. And then I decided to build this platform and show other people how to do it and make it real affordable. So that's where we're at. Now, for everybody out there, now we record these for our training and stuff. For everybody out there who's listening and watching, we're having Mr. Daniels has scheduled his consultation. He's one of our new subscription members. Now for the record, you've never done this before.
No.
Like, you have no experience with doing this stuff in real estate.
No.
Like, brand spanking new, like a baby just off Similac. Right?
Yes. Yes.
You that new to this, right? Right.
Yes.
And you're from the trucking industry, like I was, doing driving trucks, and you're from the trucking industry. So for all you people out there who are struggling in the trucking industry, I'm telling you, this is the easiest thing you ever do. Okay, so I'm gonna walk him through his first deal. Right. Anytime you want us to help you with a deal, just schedule your consultation. We'll walk you through them. Right. And then we don't get paid for that until you make money on it. So you're not paying us for the consultation up front. Like a lot of people pay, like my partner paid $11,000 just for a 1-hour phone call with a mentor. through a program you went.
Wow.
That's for just a phone call. He had to pay that before they connected him to the mentor. He had to wire that money. We collect 10% on the end after you have done the project, you got to a closing, you collected your money. That's when we get paid. We get paid out of your settlement costs. So if we don't give you good advice enough for you to close the deal, guess what? We don't deserve no money, right?
Right.
So this way, you know it works because we collect our money on the end, our real money on the end. Now, yes, you pay 66 cents a day, $19.99 a month to have access to this platform, all the tools, the resources, training, the support, everything that we provide, the network and all that stuff. But like I said, that's just 66 cents a day. Okay. A lot of other places out there charging $200, $300 a month. We charging $19.99. Okay, for our first month on scrap. So what we're gonna do today is let me start sharing my screen. Share my screen. Get off my YouTube channel here. Let me go over to Flipstream. All right. This is Flipstream. This is our networking lounge area. This is where you go to schedule your private mentor consultations, your private mentorship session. This is me. I'm one of the mentors. And my partner is Mr. Lawrence Hilson. He's the other mentor. He owns Capital City Home Buyers, LLC, which is a company that does the We Buy Homes for cash. He's been buying homes for cash for the last 10, 12 years. Okay. So that's what he does. All right. So are you on your website now? No, you're on your phone or you're on your computer?
My phone.
All right. So I'm going to show you this, but you're going to need to get on a computer so you can pull up these properties. But I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'm going to save the one that we look up for you today. So when you get on your computer, I can send you the address and the information on the one I saved, and you can pull it up and then call the person and make the offer and all the stuff I'm going to show you today. Now, today I'm going to
how would I make the offer? You gonna tell me all that?
I'm about to walk you through that. Okay. Let's go through the process. Okay. That's the whole part of what we're doing here today. We're going to show you I'm going to walk you through the whole process. Okay. Just like hand holding, because you brand spanking new. Okay,
Yeah.
you brand spanking new. So I'm gonna walk you through the process. And this video is recorded, so you can go back and replay it. You can pull it up. You'll be able to pull it up on YouTube and go back and replay it. And I'm gonna send you the address of the property that we locate today for you. And the person, show you how to go in and find the person and get their phone number and make the contact, send them an email, give them a phone call. I'm gonna tell you what to say to them the whole 9 yards. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. So from here, from our website, which is at flip-stream.com. From our website at flip-stream.com. Once you become a subscription member, right? If you sign up for our free trial, you'll be able to access this. Now, our free trial is 24 hours.
What is it?
Flip-stream.com. Matter of fact, I'm going to send it to you right now. I'm going to send it to you right now. Check your message box on Zoom. I'm sending it to you right now. You should have popped up on your phone.
Okay.
You see it?
It's in my stuff. Yeah, I see it.
All right, there it is right there. Flip-stream.com. All right. All right. So from here, once you're on our website and you become a member, you're going to go over here where it says Members Only Investors Lounge. Put your cursor over to that drop down that pops up. You're going to go to the Business Lounge, right? You're going to click on that. When you're in the Business Lounge, this is where you find all your tools and resources. They're in a Rolodex form, okay? And they're in order in how you're supposed to use them, okay? First thing you're going to see is search for property. That's the first thing you got to do is you got to find the property, right?
Right.
Then the next Rolodex of tools, you have evaluate the properties. You got to evaluate them, make sure they work out right, right?
Right.
And you got investor tools and calculators. This is more for if you're doing an actual fix and flip, where you're buying a property and you're going to be rehabbing it and fixing it up. You don't need this for what you're doing, but this is for when you advance and you start making some money, and you got enough money to actually buy some properties and fix them up yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then resell them for a whole bunch of money. Okay. This is for the next stage. Then you got secure your funding. This is not for you. With what we're doing, you don't need money, you don't need credit. But when you get to the point where you're buying 1 to 4 unit apartment complexes and multifamily housing and commercial properties, and you're doing land deals and development deals, because Flipstream is all about moving up. We start you off with the real estate day trading, because that does not require money or credit. That's what we start you off on. But even though that's the starting point, you can still make a lot of money, which I'm going to show you. Okay? But Flipstream is designed so that as you advance in your expertise, you can advance in doing bigger and more profitable projects. Okay? And this is when you're going to list your properties, once you get them under contract, to get someone to make you an offer so you can flip them out and get closed and get that money. All right? So let's go back up into the top. Search your property. Now, for what you're doing, when you're using the Rolodex, you put your cursor over here on the one on the right, you click it, it rolls to the left. You put your cursor over here to the one on the left, you click it, it rolls to the right. It's a Rolodex. Okay, that's how you use these. All right. For what we're doing today for our real estate day trading, you're gonna start off right here with our PropWire partner. Okay. This is PropWire, which is our partner that we partner with, that we collaborate with for you all to do your research on those properties that you're gonna be doing for the day trading stuff. The assignment of contracts, the quick flips, what everybody calls it. Okay, so you're gonna click on that. It's gonna pull up. It's gonna tell you, what it is. Free database of cheap houses. You're gonna click on it right here. Where it says go to link. You're gonna pull it up right over here. Now, when you first come here, you're gonna have to create your account. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Okay, you create your account. You click it. Create your free account. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. Now, once you create your account, all you gotta do is just click down here, do the login. Like I'm already have an account. I just click login, and it automatically pops up on my screen. You see that?
Uh-huh.
All right. So let's see here. Where are you wanting to look for properties at?
I don't know. Quincy,
I'm sorry?
Tallahassee, Gretna.
So Florida.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna do Florida. I don't like just looking for in just one particular spot, because with this, you can search the whole state. You can really search the whole country. Because you don't have to actually go out and put hands on these properties. That's the big thing. That's why it's called real estate day trading. You can do it all from sitting right here at your computer, just like when you trade stocks. Like on the stock market, they do day trading. You do it all from the computer, right? They don't have to go visit the company. They don't have to go, all that stuff. You can do it all from right here. This is the reason why it's called real estate day trading. Because like day trading, you can do it all here, right here, sitting at your desk, at your computer. All right. So we're gonna look in Florida. We're gonna say Florida because you want to look for stuff this here in Florida. So when you first click Florida, it pulls up a whole bunch of properties that are available for you to research that are available in Florida. Now in Florida, there's over 9,560,210 properties that you can evaluate. These are off-market properties that you can make offers on. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to look through all 9 million of the properties, right? but this gives you an idea of the magnitude of this. So when people say, "Well, Kevin, if you're showing this to everybody how to do it, aren't they gonna run out of properties?" No, they ain't never run out of properties. You can just stay here in Florida. You will never run out of properties just here in Florida, right?
No, 9 million just in Florida.
Yeah, 9,560,210 here in Florida. Now,
three a week.
Now with this, you're for sure to be able to find enough properties to keep you going for as long as you want to keep going in this, right?
Yes.
All right. But now we want to narrow that search to the ones that are going to be the right deals for you, that are going to make you the most money and have the people who are most motivated to sell, right? Because it's one thing to have access to property, but you want to have you want to see the property where the people ain't got no choice but to do something, right? That's what you want to do, right? So this is what we show you how to do. Now with this is the most important part of structuring your deals. Okay, this part right here is the most important part, because if you do this right, you can't help but make money. There ain't no way you cannot make money. If you do this part right, what I'm showing you right now, which is called structuring your deal, identifying the properties that have the most equity and the property owners who are most motivated to sell, who are in the right situation where they really don't have a choice. They got to do something. All right. So here's where we are. All right. So when you go through here, you punch in your state, you punch in Florida. Now you want to go to lead types. Now your lead types is what's going to help you narrow it to the people, the type of properties that have the most value and the people who are most motivated to sell. The very first thing you want to click on, you want to scroll down, and you definitely want to click zombie properties. Why do you want to click on zombie properties? Because I say it's right here. Zombie properties are vacant homes that are in the pre-foreclosure process. Typically, the owner and the bank are highly motivated to find a buyer. Now, that's what you call a motivated situation, right? Yep. Right? When the bank wants to sell and the owner wants to sell because they need to get that foreclosure off their credit. And if you can put money in their pocket, that's going to work for them too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, the other category you want to click is you want to click pre-foreclosure. You want to make sure you click that one, right? Pre-foreclosures, the reason why you want pre-foreclosures, because the pre-foreclosure, I'm going to put it up here, those are properties that have what's called their lease pending. And they're scheduled to go before a judge for the judge to to determine if it's going to be foreclosed on and sent to an auction date is going to be ordered, and usually about 90 to 120 days out. Okay, but these are what's called the lease pending houses going through the foreclosure process. These homeowners are highly motivated to sell to get the banks off their back.
Right.
Okay, so what we're doing now, we're stacking the deck in your favor. Now, you notice we done gone down from 9 million to 27,000.
Yeah.
We're narrowing it. So we're zooming in on what we want to zoom in on. All right. Another thing you want to look for, you want high equity. Homes that got high equity, because this is what's going to allow you to put a deal together. It's going to put money in their pocket, pay off the bank, and you can make money too, right?
Uh-huh.
See, because the high equity, people with a lot of equity in their homes, over 50%, they will consider low offers because anything over the debt is cash in their pocket. So you want to click that. Make sure you click the high equity, right?
High equity.
Now you notice over here is recalculated. It's finding all those homes that fit these 3 criteria right now. That's what the system is doing. Okay? It's researching, matching all the homes that match this criteria right now. What it's doing. Give it a minute, because it's got a lot of properties to search.
I see.
It's got a lot of properties to search. So give it a minute while it does its search and recalculate. And it's going to pull it up here in a moment. There we go. Now it's going to pull it up. Now you're back up to 6 million, right? Because it's adding in all the different criteria. Now I could add in it absentee owners, but I don't really like to put in absentee owners. The reason why I don't like to put in absentee owners, because a lot of times absentee owners, it'll bring up a bunch of people who are landlords, right?
Oh, okay.
Which means they have a lot of different properties. And if a person is smart enough to be a landlord, to acquire a bunch of properties, they're smart enough to know how to get the money they need, right? To take care of any foreclosure, whatever. So I don't really mess with them, right? Because they're not really as motivated as the people in pre-foreclosure, right? They're not really as motivated as the people who have the zombie property, the abandoned property. They're not really as motivated as those people. So I don't really like to click that, especially for somebody who's new like you, beginners, okay? You never want to click the auctions, because you don't want to be bidding on stuff. You don't have cash. You don't have that. You don't have the money to be bidding on stuff. So you don't want to click that. All right. Now I do bank-owned REOs. I wouldn't recommend that for someone who's brand new though. Once you get more experience in this, REOs, bank-owned property would be a good one to go to too. Once you get experience in it, okay?
You trying to put money in my pocket quick.
Yes, we try to get to the situation where in the next 30 days, we want to make you anywhere from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do. So I'm showing you I'm showing you on what to click on to get you in your best possible chance of making that kind of money as quickly as possible. Okay. All right. So we got the pre-foreclosures, we got the zombie properties, and we got absentee. We don't have absentee. We have pre-foreclosure and zombie property, and we got the high equity. Now, the only other thing I would tell you to click on will probably be vacant homes, houses that are vacant and costing the owners money, taxes, insurance, etc., making them very motivated to sell. I would click that, vacant homes. Okay.
Vacant homes, zombie property, and pre-foreclosure.
Yep, and high equity.
And high equity, yeah.
Yep. Now this is all being recorded, so you'll be able to pull back. You'll be able to access the video once I load it up on YouTube and everything. You can watch everything with it. I have your name on it. Private. The mentorship session with Mr. Tony Daniels. Okay, so you'll be able to find it quickly. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's reprocessing. It's looking for those properties now. It's adding that in there. Now, make sure when you're doing this on a computer or a laptop. Don't try to do this on your phone. Okay. Okay, because in fact, if you was on a computer now, I would give you the controls, and then I would just tell you, click on this, you doing it yourself. But since you're on your phone, I'm not gonna do that because it becomes too difficult. Okay. Right. Don't try to do this on your phone. Now you can do some of the research on your phone, Right. Once you find your property, you can do like your skip trace and all that type of stuff and all that stuff that I'm gonna show you. But don't try to set up your evaluation because you don't want to make a mistake, because if you pick the wrong type of property or wrong type of owner, whatever, you can wind up spinning your wheels and not just trying to get people to do stuff, and it's not gonna, people not gonna sign a contract because you didn't set it up right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. That's why I say this is the most important part. The setup is the most important part. All right. So now you want to go over to property types, right? Always click single family home starting now. Now, when you get more experience with it, you can click mobile homes too. You can even click multifamily and condos and townhouses. Okay. You can even flip land. But I don't want you to deal with that right now. I want you to deal with just the single family homes, regular house. Okay. So you're going to click single family homes, and that's going to narrow it down too. Okay. Now you're down to 3 million. So now you want to go over to price, right? On price, you've been checking for the clear up here. On the price, wait for my internet to catch up. All right. On the price, you never click list price, because list price, that means that it's listed somewhere. It's on the MLS, right? You want off market property. You don't want properties that's listed, because you got to deal with the realtor. You got to deal, and believe it or not, a lot of realtors frown on people that are doing the real estate day trading or what they call wholesale. Wow. Because they feel like they are knocking them out of the market and taking money out of their pocket. That's how they feel, right? Like, which realtors okay? I mean, realtors, they have their purpose, and everything. But in this, you don't need to deal with a realtor. Okay, you can, but you don't need to. So you always go with the estimated value, and in doing the estimated value, you always want to pick the homes that are less than 200,000. The reason why you want to deal with homes that's valued less than 200,000, because if a person had good enough credit and resources to get a home that's valued at 300, 400, 500, 600, 700,000, you don't think they have resources where they can get themselves out of the foreclosure? They have resources where they can go and get money from to take care of whatever debt they need to take care of, right? Right. Now, there's a chance you run into people like that have big homes like that and high value homes like that are in a bad situation and they will do this, but you got to sift through a whole bunch of them just to find the ones that will do it. You don't want to deal with that. Right? Right. So you're going to click 200,000, right? on the value. And it's going to narrow the search even more. So now we're getting ready to zoom in on our target base. Better do its work. Now we're back down to 427,000 homes, right?
Uh-huh.
Not as bad as that 9 million. Right?
Woo.
So now you want to go over to the more button. On the more button, you click that, and you're going to go to the owner filters. Right? Owner filters, and you're going to click individual, the owner type. You don't want to deal with businesses. You don't want to deal with banks. You want to deal with people, just the person who owns this house, because them the ones that's feeling the pressure from the foreclosure notice. Them the ones that done ran out and left their home because they scared the sheriff gonna come and kick them out. Them the ones that when you go to them and say, hey, if I can put money in your pocket and pay off that bank so that foreclosure won't be on your credit for 7 years, will that help you out? Them the ones that are most likely, man, will it help me out? Yes, Lord. Them the ones you want to go, them the ones you want to talk to, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're gonna click that individual, you're gonna click save, right? Now you could click on, I've seen people, hold on, I'll let it finish calculating first. Let it finish calculating. All right, now I've seen people go out here and click property filters, right? You know, I don't really do the property filters, you know, owners and, you know, you got the foreclosure filter. You can do it and click the foreclosure filter, right? And what this will do, this will show you the ones that are in pre-foreclosure, and the ones that are, and you don't want, because you don't want stuff where the auction is like right there. Like if the auction is 2 months away, yeah, you can deal with that. If the auction is 3 months away, you can deal with that. But if the auction is like coming up on June the 20th, you don't want to deal with that.
Okay.
All right. So you want to have time for these people to, get your contract in and get all this stuff done and get it to a close and get closed out. You don't want to be rushed, right? So you can do the filters, but when doing the filters, all right, when doing the filters, make sure you select your recorded date for foreclosure. All right. So if you do your recorded date, because you can do your financial filters, that's what that is. Private lender, estimated value. Now you don't want to do none of that. Assessed value, I don't want to do none of that. If you want to do your filters right here, I go and I put from auction dates from like if I'm in June right now, I'll go and put an auction date in August. Okay. I'll put my auction date at least 2 months out. Okay. August, September. Like if I click September on the auction date or August, on the auction date, and I put between August, I
say 2 months out.
Yeah, at least 2 months out. So I do from August 10th to, hold up, you got to put the thing in. I do from August 10th. I want my auction dates to be somewhere between August 10th and I'm going to say all the way out to like, let's say December.
Okay.
December 31st. All right. So now I click save and close. All right. Recording date in the like if I'm gonna do a recording date on the pre-foreclosure, the recording date on the pre-foreclosure, I'm really not even gonna do that. But you can do recording date too on the pre-foreclosure, but I'm gonna do auction dates from there to there because these are people that have been told that they've got an auction date. So they feel the pressure.
Right.
They feel the pressure, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and click save and close. All right. So we put that in, and now we see what we got. All right. See, now See, it really cut it down. That's why I don't really do that, because then it cuts down to just four results. But still, them 4 results right now, these are pretty much dead on results. Right? Now, if you take out that auction date, you're probably gonna have a few 100,000 results. But let's go with this one right now. Because we're trying to get you deals that you know you can get done, deals that are right now, right?
So at this time, don't worry about closure date.
No, don't really worry about the pre-foreclosure, because I'm trying to narrow what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
You told me you need to make money as soon as possible. You need to make a lot of money.
Yes.
So I'm trying to get you your first few deals.
Okay.
That it's gonna put that there's almost no chance that you're not gonna be able to put these deals together.
Okay. All right, Kelly.
You understand what I'm saying? All right.
Yes.
So here we are. So all right, we got this one right here. All right, let's click on this one. This one is in Bronson, Florida. There's the house. Okay. It has an estimated value of $131,396. Okay. It has estimated equity of $81,364. It's got 61% equity in the home. If you scroll down, you notice here, this was recorded. The mortgage was recorded in 2005. All right, original loan amount was $85,000. They owe $50,000. They owe $50,032 on it. That's what they owe. They owe that to Quick Loan Funding. Okay, that's the lender name. That's a mortgage electronic system. Okay. Probably what happened is they took out like some type of loan on the house. Probably after it was paid off or getting close to paid off, and then they weren't able to pay that loan back.
Right.
Okay. I know that because I come down here and I see where it says second mortgage. All right. Original deed of trust, $12,000. Loan amount was $12,710. Right. Loan balance $50,032. All right. So, and that's a government agency, Levy County. So that's probably went into what's called a tax lien. They ain't paid taxes on it, and they ain't paid off. They haven't finished paying off the mortgage. Right.
Right.
All right. So you got that, and then you got they had a third mortgage on the doggone thing for $10,000.
Wow.
Which is miscellaneous government agency. Okay, that's probably either tax lien or an IRS. Right. So let's see here what they got here. All right, legal description, Count Bronson. All right, tax information. Not saying it's not, the taxes are not delinquent, so those are probably like second mortgages and or some old tax liens or whatever that they hadn't paid yet. IRS. So notice of foreclosure sale. All right. So they have a notice of foreclosure sale recorded on 4/5/2025. The auction date is 8/12/2024. So they got to do something.
Wow.
Right? The judge has already told them that it's going to be auctioned off 8/12/2024. All right. So they got to do something. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's see if we can let's do the numbers. See if we can make this deal work for you. See if this is going to be a good deal. That's going to work out. It's going to put money in your pocket. Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
The thing you have to know how the people who you are going to be showing this to, your cash buyers, you have to know how they calculate what they offer. Okay? And their formula is they never offer more than 70% of this value right here. Estimated value, or what people call the ARV, the after repaired value. The after repaired value is usually somewhere in the neighborhood of this number right here. It may be a little bit more than this number, but we always use this estimated value as a good indication of what the after repaired value is. All right? So if you know that they're not going to offer you more than 70%. Now, history has shown that they usually offer somewhere around 50 to 60%. Very, very seldom will you get a cash buyer to offer you 70%.
Okay.
Okay. So I always do my figures on 50 to 60%. Now, I've never seen them offer less than 40%. Okay? Even if they buy an old rundown house, got half the roof missing and the whole backside of the house gone, I've never seen them offer less than 40% because they're probably buying that property not for the house. They just want to tear it down and build something on it that's going to be a lot more money. You see what I'm saying? They ain't really concerned about the house. That's why you have to say, we buy houses sight unseen. We buy ugly houses. We, you know what I'm saying? They don't care about the house.
They don't care about the house. They want land.
They don't care about the house. They just, they're not going to fix it up anyway. They're probably just going to tear it down and build, like Florida State do.
Yeah.
I had Florida State to buy some of my contracts. Why? Because they went all that stuff over there in off Macomb and Dunn and Dewey and all them places over there. Remember all them abandoned houses I had over there?
Yeah.
I had a couple of them on the contract. Florida State came in and just said, yeah, here we'll offer you 65% of the value. But guess what they did? When they got it, they just tore the house down. They bought all the houses over there, tore them all down, and then they built them what? The big student apartment complex.
They did basic street like that too.
Yeah, they tore down all them $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 houses, and they built a $3 million, $4 million, $20 million, apartment complexes.
Yeah,
that's what they do. So they ain't really concerned about the house. You just want to make sure you get it on the contract. So they got to come through you to get it, right? Right. That's the plan.
That makes sense.
Right. So let's see if this works out number-wise. So 131, 396. 131, 396 minus, let's say, 55%. So you would probably get an offer for around 72,267. So let's just say 72,300. Okay, is what you can at 55%. Now if they offer you 60%, that's even better. But let's just say 55%. Okay, 72,300. All right, so you got the 72,300. Now we know that they got a balance of 50,032. But then we also know that it had a second mortgage. Now I'm thinking this is the whole balance, $50,032, because they originally bought this home in 2005 for $85,600. That wasn't a whole bunch of money. They probably had almost finished paid off before they took out them second mortgages. So if you take these second mortgages, right, looking at this one right here, looking at that 12,710, right? Then you're looking at another one for 10,000. So that's 22,710, right? That would come up to about right, or that 50,032, because based on what they would have had left on this 85.6 on the original loan, remember they bought this thing in 2005. That's what? That's almost 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So they would have been just about done paying for it when they took out these other, mortgages or whatever the case may be. So that's probably what's owed on it, right? But let's just say that's what's owed on it. And when you call them up, you'll be able to find out because it's the same amount on both ends. So I'm thinking that's the total that's owed on it. It's not that plus that, because in that case, the estimated loan balance would be that plus that plus that. Okay. So that's why I'm thinking the estimated loan balance is 50,032. So you got 50,000 on 32. You got 72,300. So you got 72,300 is what you'll probably get to it. 72,300 is what you'll probably get on only too many. 72,300 minus 50,032 minus 50,032. So that leaves 22,000. Now, that's not a whole lot. You can offer them $10,000 on, in their pocket and pay off that 50,032. That would still leave you with about $12,000. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would leave you $12,000. Okay. I would call them up and make that offer on that. Right? I would. But let's see if we can find you a little bit better. So you can make that offer to them for say, look, I know you all, call us, hey, Mr. Johnson, my name is Tony Daniels, and I'm looking at your property at whatever the address is Blasey, Street. And I like to, if I could get you $10,000 in your pocket and pay off that $50,032 to your lenders and get that foreclosure, keep that foreclosure off your credit, would they help you out? Now remember, they got an auction date set for August, right? They done left the home. They're already done panicked and left the home and everything, and auction date is set for. They thinking they done lost it all, and they're gonna have a foreclosure on their credit for the next 7 years. And here you come. If I can get you the money to pay off that foreclosure, keep it off your credit, and put $10,000 in your pocket, would that work for you? What do you think the answer is gonna be?
Yeah.
Exactly. This is
When
why
you gonna do it?
That's why you want to set up like this. All right. All right. So if you're gonna do that on this one, what I would do, then now you got to find out. So in this one, you have an opportunity to make about 12 grand on it. Okay. Structure on the way it's structured. So what you want to do now is you want to go and see who the owners are. You come in and click I'm owner. Owner is Dorothy Edwards. That's her name. Okay. You're not going to be able to see the phone numbers and anything on here. Now I'm going to save this so I can shoot it out to you. So when you get on your computer, you can look it back up.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and we can add, save that. Okay. This for you, Tony Daniels. Okay. So that's the name. Now, where do you go to find her information? You find out, okay, how do I get in contact with this person? How do I find her? All this other stuff. All right. All this other stuff. All right. So you go back to Flipstream. Go back to our Flipstream. All right. Then you're still in your business lounge. Now you're gonna go down here to where it says evaluate properties. Right? And what you're looking for our people search. Our free skip trace. Okay, you're gonna click on that. You're gonna go, this is a free people search, which is a free skip trace. Okay. Click on that. It's gonna open it up in Flipstream. Now, some computers you'll be able to pull it up right here. If you can't pull it up like this, all you do is just click on here where it says right click it and click open in new tab. And it opens up in a new tab, which is right there. See it? Bam. And then you put in, then you paste the name Dorothy Edwards. All right. And if you want to narrow it down, you're going to go Brunson, Florida. Just put in BRONSON, Brunson, Florida. Right? Then you're going to click search. All right, good. So only 2 Dorothy Edwards in Brunson, Florida. And here's another good thing. They're both up in age. One is 74. The other one is 94.
Wow.
It's probably mother and daughter. I don't know. But they got the same name, Dorothy J. Edwards. Right? Right? Both live in Brunson, Florida. Okay? They both used to, live in Brunson, Florida. So let's go through and let's look at each one. See what we got here. I'm thinking it's probably the one that's 74 years old. All right. So you click here. All right. And then you're going to check the addresses on their lives in Brunson, Florida. There's a phone number. Right? There's a phone number. Right? Scroll down. Current address is here. Living on Thrasher Drive. All right. Let's see if this previous any of the previous matter. Now, you know this phone number is good. Why? Because it was last reported by Southern Bell. This is a home phone. Last reported by Southern Bell, May 2024.
Yeah.
That's when the last bill was paid on it. So you know it's a good phone number, right?
Yeah, it's a good phone number.
Exactly. And that's a landline. You know, the person, usually people that old, they don't have cell phones. They got just landlines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she don't deal with cell phones. That's a landline. So you know you got the right phone number, right? Now let's go down. Let's check on some of these previous addresses to see if we can get some information. There's your email addresses. So you can send emails too. Okay. Let's check previous addresses. Previous addresses, we're looking for that 240 North Pine Street. Let's see if that's one of the previous addresses. Guess what? We got the right person. Bingo. Got it. Right? Like your boy saying Friday. Bingo. We got action. Right? So, look, previous address, 240 Pine Drive, Bronson, Florida. Right? Come back up here. 240 Pine Street, Florida, Bronson, Florida. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got the right person. Got the right person, right?
Right.
All right. So we got the right person. Not only that, if you have problems getting in touch with her, guess what? We got all her relatives right here too. You click on them and get their information. Right? So you got a pretty good chance you can find, you get in contact with this person, right?
Right.
And you got all her possible associates, friends, people who she hang out with or whatever, all this stuff. So chances are you're going to be able to find them. You got the email address, you got the phone number, you got the right mailing address, you got the right person. So far, you think you got everything you need to contact this person, make her an offer?
Yeah.
You think she's motivated to sell?
Yeah.
Think she needs to say, think she needs to do something?
Yes.
Because August coming up, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right. So you gotta, ooh, like I said, if you set this up right, it's almost impossible for you not to make money.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, it's almost impossible for you not to make money. So you got the right person, right? So now what you want to do, once you get the right person, all that, so you want to go back over to flip screen, and you want to go back over to your, what you call it. Now you want to go over to your legal library agreements and forms. Okay? You click on your legal library agreements and forms. You're going to come down here. Now, Florida is a non-disclosure state, which means you do not have to disclose to them that you are not the actual person that's bringing the actual money to the table. In other words, you are not the end buyer. Okay? Some states like Illinois, that's full disclosure. But you got to inform them that, hey, I am not the end buyer. I'm not the person who's actually bringing money to the table. I need to get this on a contract for you to give me the contract for me to go ahead and shop this to my end buyers. See what I'm saying? That's the difference. So, but we have all these types of contracts down here. We have a full disclosure assignment contract, and we have just your regular assignment of contract. Now, but since you're here in Florida, all you're going to need is this regular assignment of contract.
Okay.
You're going to click on it. And then you're going to click down here and basically say what it is. Flipstream forms and agreements, assignment of contract. This is the non-disclosure one. All right. Legal vehicle used by real estate investors to transfer one party's rights and obligations under an existing real estate contract to another party. Assignment assignment contracts don't involve transferring or selling the property directly like a purchase agreement. That's why it's called real estate day trading.
Right.
All right? This is what it's called the real estate day trading. And who knew that regular people could do this stuff? Right? But you just need to know how to do it and the right things to do and how to find the right people, find the right property, find the right structure, which makes Flipstreams so valuable. This is the benefit of using Flipstream. Because not only do you get access to stuff, but you get access to someone like myself and my partner who can walk you through this.
And then I got my own video I can go back on and study.
Exactly. Look, you've never done this before, right?
Never, ever.
Now, so far, do you feel like you can actually do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I can do 2 or 3 a day.
You can. You can. That's the whole point. And we narrowed it down to just to pinpoint the ones that we know that will work for you. But if you take out that thing about the auction date, you'll have thousands of them that you can go through.
Right.
Evaluate. But we wanted to make sure we land you on stuff that's going to work for you. Because you told me you need to definitely make some money within the next 30 days.
Yes, yes.
So do you think you can do this one and make money on it in the next 30 days?
Yes, yes.
All right. So from here, what you're going to do is you're going to go here, you're going to click on this, and you're going to upload your contract. This is your contract. It's going to pull up on your computer just like it does here. And there it is right there. The assignment of contract, right? Now, we have a Word version where you can pull it up, where you can type in the stuff and do it. And we have a PDF version where you can print it up, right? Scan it, print it up. You can fill it out, rescan it, and then email it to her. Or you can print up the hard copy, fill it out, and then mail it to her, or whatever you want to do. Okay.
So for me to do that, I would have to know an email, fill it out, and send it to her.
Yeah, because it's got, remember, on the people shirt, we found her emails.
Yeah.
So we know her email. You know her phone number. You can always, when you call her up, right?
Double check. Yeah, double check.
Yeah, when you call her up, you can verify on her email.
Right.
Now, if she said, "Well, I don't really know how to use my email," okay, well, I can mail it to you, man. Right? It'll take 2-3 days to get to her. So what? Mail it to her, right? Miss Edwards, hey, Miss Edwards. Yeah, Miss. Now, what I would do is I would send her a text with because you don't have a cell phone, you got a landline. That's right. I would call her up, right? And sometimes older people feel like you're scared because you got to make sure you. So I would just be look, Miss Edwards, how you doing, ma'am? My name is Calvin Butler. My name is Tony Daniels. I'm a real estate investor here in Florida, and I'm looking at the property located at 240 North Pine Street, Brunson, Florida. Do you remember that property, ma'am? Yes, yeah, that was my property. Okay, well, ma'am, okay, well, right now it's still your property. No, I understand that it's been scheduled for a foreclosure auction date in August, but right now it's still your property. And what I like to do is I like to make an offer to buy that property, pay cash for it, right? I like to make an offer to pay off that foreclosure, the amount you owe to the bank, that $50,000, $39, or $50, whatever it is, and put $10,000 in your pocket, and a check to you for $10,000. Would that work for you? Would that help you out? Yeah. Okay. Great. Now, this is how when I approach older people, when I say to them, "Okay, Ms. Edwards, is there anybody else you'd like me to speak with?" Right. So that you can be assured that this is for real. Is there someone else you'd like me to speak with? Do you have someone who takes care of your financial affairs and anything? You should, because you want to let them know, say, hey, this is real. This is not a scam. I'll be willing to speak with anybody you want me to speak with. A son, a daughter, a relative, your legal advisor. Because you ain't got nothing to hide. You're doing perfectly, this is perfectly legal, right? So you want to let them know, is there anybody you'd like me to speak with? Is there anybody you would like me to speak with so that we can go ahead and get this done and make this happen for you so you can get this money as quickly as possible? Because if we can get this done, we can close in as little as 14 to 15 days.
Right.
And then you can have that foreclosure off your credit, and money in your pocket. And then if she got a son or a daughter, somebody, and a lot of times they do. I'd like you to kind of talk to my son about this. Okay, what's their number? What's their cell phone number?
right.
By the way, let me give you my number. Let me give you my number. My name is Tony Daniels. Here's my number. Here's my email address, right? You give me their number, and then we'll get together and we'll discuss it. And then we'll make all the arrangements and get everything taken care of for you so we can go ahead and get this done for you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because look, anytime I'm dealing with elderly people, because now in today's world, they get bombarded a lot with stuff that people trying to scam.
Right.
Right. So you want to let them know, look, I'm completely transparent. Okay. Completely transparent, completely legal. I don't mind speaking with anybody you want me to speak with. You got an attorney, you got a legal someone you got a financial advisor, you got son or daughter, anybody you want me to speak with. I'll be more than happy to speak with them and lay this all out to you. Right?
Right.
Yeah, you can verify, okay, the bank that has this, you can call those two lenders. You can contact those two lenders, let them know what you're trying to do. They'll be happy because they get their money.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? All right. So you want to get this assignment of contract in. The other thing you want to send to her or to her legal or person that's who she have you to speak with, you want to send a letter of intent, or you want to send a option to purchase. I usually send the letter of intent. And here again, it's both in Word and it's in PDF. Okay?
Mhm.
If you put it up in Word, you can type in all the information right there on your computer, save it, and then send it by email. Okay? If you do the PDF, you gotta probably now you may have a PDF an editor where you can pull it up and edit the PDF. Some people have that. Okay? A lot of people don't. But if you got it, that's great. Then you can edit the PDF too, type it in and send it by email. If not, you gotta download it, print it, fill it out, scan it back into your computer before you send it by email, or you can download it, fill it out, and then mail it. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right. So, but this is what the letter of intent looks like in the PDF. And basically, letter of intent is while a letter of intent to purchase is not legally binding, it can lay the groundwork for an official purchase agreement. So you're doing an assignment. You're not actually buying it yourself. You're actually doing an assignment. So that's why I send the letter of intent to purchase and the assignment. This is the letter of intent. Okay. Now remember, Florida is a non-disclosure state. You don't have to do full disclosure. Now, if you want to send them a full disclosure assignment, you can. Okay. If you want to send a full disclosure assignment, you can. It's just a little bit longer contract because it has to disclose everything. Okay. This is the full disclosure one. It's a little bit longer contract because it has to disclose everything. And you put it up, there it is right there. Okay, this is the full disclosure one. It tells you right there. This assignment agreement. That's from the top. Let's know this is being assigned. It basically goes through the whole thing. It tells you that you're assigned it to a end buyer. All this other. It basically just full disclosure. Okay, but Florida, you don't have to use this type of contract. Okay, you can use just a regular.
Okay.
All right. Now, after you got that and you contacted her, you call her, you let her know what you're trying to do. If in this case, I would ask if is anybody you'd like me to speak with, who helps you out with your with these matters. Anybody you'd like me to speak with beforehand who helps you through these matters. I'm happy to do it. Let me see. I'm checking my what's called because I guess I want to make sure I don't have another scheduled appointment here that I'm running over with. All right, cool. All right. So you want to make sure, that, let them know that, hey, when you're dealing with older people like that, I always do that. I always do that.
Okay.
That helps them to be reassured that you're not trying to scam them, especially if they got somebody that you can speak with, somebody else who can speak with to make sure they're doing up and up. I'm trying to hide nothing, right? I'm trying to make you an offer to get this thing paid off and put money in your pocket. I'm not asking you for any money. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay anything. You ain't got to pay it. You don't even have to pay for the closing costs. All the closing costs will be taken care of on our end because your end buyer is going to take care of the closing costs. Going to pay the closing costs. Yeah. So, is this a win for her?
Yes.
Is this a win for the banks?
Yes.
Is this a win for you?
Yes, yes.
And it's a win for your end buyer because they're getting the property for less than what? 60% of its after repair value. See how it works out for everybody?
Yeah.
This is what makes this possible. Now, after you've gotten that contract back and it's signed, you got it on the contract, right? Make sure you get it on the contract first. Go back over here to the business lounge. Then you got to stroll down. After you got it on the contract, right? You're going to go down here and you're going to go list, market, and flip or rent your properties, your contracts. You want to go over here, you want to go to these people that says, well, we can buy other house, right? You got to click on that, right? Get a fair all cash offer for your house you can trust, right? We buy houses for cash and with 25 years of experience, we know how to make selling fast, easy, and hassle-free. Click on that, opens it up. Now, do not do this if you don't have it on the contract over there.
Right.
So if you don't have it on the contract, you're going to put in the address, like if I was putting in my address here, 7009, Buffalo Lane, click it. Then it automatically pulls up this. You're going to fill out the rest of the information. So you're going to put the address in, fill out this information, going to put your name, phone number, and your email address. You're going to click that right there. You're going to say get cash off, right? You're going to start receiving text messages and emails and phone calls from people that's got cash. Because what they're going to do is they're going to look up that address. They're going to look it up just like you looked up. They're going to see when they look it up. They're going to see when you look it up that this property has a value of $131,396. They're going to see that. Okay, based on that, I'm willing to offer him 65%. I'm make him offer 60%. I'm make him offer 55%. You see what I'm saying? You're going to start getting these offers in. And then you just pick the offer that's best, right? Now, make sure you have it on the contract first. Because if they try to go around you, it's going to pull up that it's under contract.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's under contract. And they can't do a deal as long as your contract is active. That's why I try to do mine for at least 45 days. When I first started doing it, I did one for 90 days. That hardly ever happened, but I didn't know no better, so I went for it. I got a 90-day contract, right? But normally it's usually between 30 and 60 days. It's hardly ever 90 days. But like I said, I didn't know no better. Right? Like we say, God look out for food, old people, food, and children, right?
Yep.
So in that case, I was a fool. I ain't know no better. And good Lord looked out. Okay. But I try to get at least my standard time is 45 days. Even though I'm not gonna need 20. Right? If I've structured this right, not even gonna need 20. You see what I'm saying? Now, based on what you have seen here today and what I've shown, you think you can do this to make money?
Yes.
Do you have any doubt that within the next 30 days you could put 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 in your pocket?
Yes.
Look, I tell people this all the time. Once you know how to do this and you have access to the right tools, resources, and you have access to a mentorship program where people can come through and walk you through your deals, you see what I'm saying? You can't. How can you go wrong?
Right.
No, how can you go wrong? And so do you think flip stream is worth that 66 cents a day?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, so this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. I don't need to charge people a whole bunch of money. I don't need to make all my money on a few people. Because if I make this available to a lot of people at a very affordable price, I'm going to make my money anyway.
Sure.
Right? Versus me trying to have someone pay $10,000, $12,000, $14,000 for a program. See, when people want you to pay all that money up front, that tells you a few things. For one, it tells me that they're not confident that their program can be easily used or implemented by other people. Because if they were confident in it, they wouldn't be trying to make all that money on the front end. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I know this can be done by them because I did it from a homeless shelter. I know I can show anybody how to do this, and they know they got it. Why? Because we have the videos that they have access to me and my business partner for any type of consultations, anything they need was to walk them through the process. So I know anybody that comes on with Flipstream that they can do this. I know they can do it. That's why we only charge 66 cents per day up front. And then we make our money on the back end when we walk you through the deals to help you to make money. And we only make that 10% if you what? If you're successful in what? Closing, at closing, and getting your money.
Right.
This is the value of Flipstream. This is the power of Flipstream. Now, you know me for a long time.
Yes, I have.
You know when I dive into something, I go all the way.
Yes.
Have you ever seen me not be successful in just about anything I've ever taken on?
You're right. You're right.
Okay. You know, I mean, that's just who I am. So when I put stuff together, and for another thing, I'm always completely transparent. Always completely transparent. I'm not going to have a program where you call me up and I'm telling you all the great things you ask me, well, what does it cost? Well, shoot me a private message. No, it costs 66 cents a day. I'll tell you that up front. I'm not gonna, I mean, what I got to keep that from before? Like, it's 66 cents a day.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this mentorship? What I got to pay for that? You pay 10% on the back end once you make money. If you don't make no money, if I don't give you good enough, if my advice is not good enough for you to make money, I don't deserve no money, right?
Right.
Why you got to pay me $10,000, $11,000 before you even talk to me? That don't make no sense. not in my book. You know?
No, it don't.
I mean, look. Remember Mr. Carl Daniels?
Yeah.
Remember you used to say, boy?
Yeah.
Boy?
Yeah.
If it don't make sense, it ain't gonna make no dollars. Boy.
Yeah.
Boy, people will always show you who they are. Remember him? Remember that?
They show you who they are. You're right.
I mean, we all had Mr. Daniels during school, right?
Yeah.
And look, this is why we do what we do and the way we do it. Because we know it works. Because if it didn't work, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I would still be at that homeless shelter. Probably.
Yeah.
Right? But got back to homeless shelter, bought my first time home, paid cash for it using this right here. Using real estate day trading. This right here is what got back. The assignment of contract. Finding that property on California Street. Going through the steps. Well, I didn't have all the resources that I have. Yeah, I had to do it all the old-fashioned way, back then.
Right.
But now technology and everything that's come along, we're able to put together these resources in one website, in one app, so you all can walk through it real quick. You can evaluate 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 properties a day, really.
Yeah.
All
Let's see.
All right. So this is Flipstream. All right. So we got this one in. I got that saved for you. The other ones on here, I'm going to go ahead and click on this one real quick. But I don't want to click on this one. That's a low. We don't want to do that one. That's 39%. This one right here. That's already sold. This one right here is only 51%. So I don't want to do that. So what I would do after looking at those, that's the definite one. I would go in here and I would remove this filter right here. Okay, I would remove this filter. I'll remove this filter. Yeah, okay, I would remove that filter. And I would go back in and I would put in to get yourself more prospects. But I wanted to do that so I can target one that I knew that could definitely work for you right away. Okay. But I would go back in and I would remove I would remove that filter, and then I would put in the owner filter where it says individual. Okay. Click save. All right. Then I come back over here, and then it'll give you a lot more what you call it. That should still fit your criteria. But you just got to go through them and pick them out. Okay. And you're going to get a lot more. See how now you got a lot more. You got 353,000. To kind of go through. And what you're going to do, what you're looking for, you're going to go through them, and you're looking for the high equity ones. Like here's one off rip. Got 99% equity. Woo, that's a lot of equity. One for 86% equity. I'd pull up some of these right here. Let's do this 86% of it. That's an empty nester, so that may be a rental property. That person may be a landlord. Sometimes you have to be careful with those. Let's go down here. I don't want to look up the ones that say it's for sale because they are, they're still on the market. All right. Here's one that's 75% equity, but it has the auction on it. Well, we need to know what the auction date is. Let's check this out. All right. This one has, I'm gonna go all the way down to the foreclosure stuff to see what the auction date is on it. All right. But see, it's already been auctioned. 5/6/2024. All right. Now, you have to call this trustee on it to see if it's been sold at auction, because it's probably have been sold at the auction. But if it has been bid on and when the bid was done on it, they're still going through that 120-day confirmation. Because believe it or not, it takes almost 3 years to foreclose on a home. Mm. Most people don't know that. It takes 3 years to foreclose on a home. Foreclosing on a home is not like somebody paying rent, you evict them in 30 days. No. You can't legally take someone's home. It takes almost 3 years. You got to go through a whole process, right? A person, before you even get to the pre-foreclosure stage, you got to miss almost 1.5 years of payments. Did you know that? A homeowner can miss 1.5 years of payments before they even get that notice that says lease pendants. Okay? When they get the lease pendants, as 1.5 years later, then they start the notice of foreclosure process. That takes another 4 to 6 months for it to get to the stage right here where it says notice of foreclosure, which means then it gets scheduled and gets put on a docket date for a judge to look at it, right? That could be another 4 months before it even goes to court for a judge to decide, okay, yes, I'm going to recommend this be foreclosed and set an auction date. After the judge looks at it, he set an auction date. The auction date can be as much as 4 months down the road, 120 days. Even if someone bids on it at the auction and win the bid, the people can still be living in their home. They still can go to the bank and negotiate with the bank to catch them on the payments, because after it's been auctioned, it has a 120-day confirmation period. After that, a 4-month confirmation period, which means that homeowner can still be in the house the whole time. And before that confirmation period is up, that homeowner can still negotiate with the bank. If they will kind of deal with the bank, guess what? The court contacts the person who won it at the auction and says, the owners have exercised their right of reinstatement of their mortgage. Here's your refund. It takes 3 years to foreclose on a home. But 99% of the people don't know that. That's why they panic and leave their home before they're supposed to or before they have to. Because they don't know this. They see that, oh my God, I missed a 1.5 year payments. I know I ain't made a payment in 1.5 years. Now they talk about doing this. I had the lease pendants letter. What does that mean? That means the sheriff gonna come and kick me out of my house? They panic. They take off. You see what I'm saying? This is what makes all this possible. All these things go into the psychology of it. People are in fear. They've heard all these horror stories about foreclosure. They've done this, they know that they own their credit for 7 years. They feel like they done lost everything that they don't work for. They don't think they got money coming and that's like this and that. So this makes it possible for us to come in and say, look, all right, because we know the process. We've been educated on the process. We have the tools and resources to evaluate these properties and make the right offers and help them put money in their pocket and keep that foreclosure off their credit and be able to flip it back out to somebody else where they can make money on it too. Okay, this is what makes all this possible. Now on this one, I would not do one because, you know, this time is short. I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay.
If I go up here and I look at this one that's, where's that one up here? 83%. Let's check out this empty nester one and see what this is. 83% equity, got good equity, owes 33,000 on it. Bank United Federal Savings Fund. Does not have a second mortgage on it. That's good. No delinquent taxes. That's good. Great tax value. That's good. For lease pending. Woo, that's what you want to see. So this is one I would. I'm gonna add that one for you. Okay. This is lease pendants. Okay. This is one that's in lease pendant. This is a good deal. This is a good deal. I can put together a deal on this that'll make you some serious money. All right, so here's what you're gonna do on this one. And you got the attorney's name and everything, because this lease pendants means that they're in that stage of where a foreclosure hasn't been filed on it yet. Lease pendants means that it's in the pre-foreclosure stage and they've been notified that if they don't catch up on their payments, we're gonna schedule a hearing before a judge. A hearing hasn't even been scheduled yet, right? So right. The auction date, the hearing to see if it's going to be foreclosed on for the auction, that hasn't even been scheduled yet. But you want these because you got time with these. With the lease pendants, they don't know this because they done left the house. They probably done ran out of the house already. But they actually got almost 2 years left. Wow. To be honest with you. When you see it in the lease pendant stage, they're about 2 years out before it's even, what do you have to worry about the sheriff coming in, whatever it got to be. They got 2 years to work out a deal with the bank. They got 2 years to sell that property. They got 2 years to find somebody who would do a lease purchase where they put enough money down on it to help to catch up on the bank payments, and then they pay, a monthly payment plus some extra money to put in their pocket. They got 2 years to work out some type of deal to where that foreclosure stays off their credit or they sell the home or whatever. But ignorance, they don't know this. People don't know this stuff. This is what makes these deals such a great opportunity for people like us, for real estate day traders. So this deal right here, real quick, I'm show you what type of deal you can probably get on this one, just real quick. Okay. And we're gonna save this one for you, which I've already saved for you. On this one right here, $199. $199. Let's just say $300. So I can easily remember that. That's what the estimated value of it is, right? They owe $33,477. All right. So let's take that $199, $300 minus, let's just say 50%. If you only get an offer of 50%, not 55, not 60%, which I fully expect you to get off around 60% on this. But if you get an offer for 50%, that means you can look for an offer from a cash buy of $99,650. So you got $99,650. They owe what? $33,477 minus $33,477. So that's $66,173. Even if you offered them the $33,447 and offered them another $30,000 to put cash in their pocket, that's what you walk away with. $36,173. You see what I'm saying? You think you put a deal together on that one?
Yeah.
Now they're a little bit further out, right? But they done left the home already. The home is vacant. It's an empty nest. It's high equity. It's a pre-foreclosure. It's vacant. They don't got the home. So obviously they don't think that they got nothing left, right? So here it is, you call them up. I can pay off your foreclosure, keep that off your credit for the next 7 keep that from going on your credit for the next 7 years, and put $30,000 in your pocket. Mr. Miss Carolyn Rankin, you think that'll work for you? Would that help you out? You think that's a deal for her?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, somebody offer you $30,000 and keep the foreclosure off your credit, would you be saying no to them?
No.
And then you go and look her up. Let's look her up real quick. See if we can find her. Let's look her up. Carolyn Rankin, where's she at? She at, what's that address? 10 Seminole Drive. Let's say in DeBerry. DeBerry, Florida. Can't be too many of them in DeBerry, Florida, I don't think.
No.
Ain't got but one. We got action. And guess what? She's an elderly woman. Right? You think $30,000 would help out a woman who's 87 years old?
Yeah.
Who is 82 years old? You think if you need to contact her relatives or anything she has not told you, think they mind you putting $30,000 in their mama's or grandmama's pocket?
No.
And paying off that foreclosure? Keeping it off her credit? You think they mind that?
No.
No. You think the bank would mind?
No. It definitely won't mind.
All right. So you got her name, you got her phone number. Scroll down, let's check these numbers out. Last reported, May 2024. Just paid the bill on it. Southern Bell. Come on down. There's her email address. Right? Come on down. There's her previous addresses. Right? Let's see, we got that. What's that? 10. Hold on here. There it is right there. 10 Seminole Drive. You know you got the right person. You know you got the right house. You got the right phone number. You got the right email address. You got her current mailing address. They were her relatives. Okay? You need to call some of her relatives, right? I would call like this person that's like the person that's in their 60s or 56, that's probably a son, right? Brett,
Right.
that's probably a daughter, 54, 58, that's probably a son, daughter, or daughter-in-law or something, right? Or son-in-law with daughter or daughter-in-law. These are probably grandchildren, grandkid, grandchild. You know what I'm saying? So if you need to speak with someone to, put them at ease and let them know that this is real, it's not a scam. We're not asking any money. We don't want any money. We just want an opportunity to present this to our cash buyer network so we can get the money to put $30,000 in her pocket and pay off that foreclosure. Keep that off her credit. You think any of her relatives will object to that?
No.
This is Flipstream, man. So now you see what I was saying when I say, when you call that in the capital, you really think I can make, 10, 20, $30,000 in the next 30 days? Now my question is, do you believe you can make 10, 20, $30,000 in the next 30 days?
Yeah.
Have you done stuff that's much harder than this and paid you a lot less money?
Yes.
I know I have. Look, man. I never seen anything like this. When I first started doing this, like I said, I got that first check for $28,000 some odd dollars. I was blown away. Now I
Wow.
did get sidetracked by it, so I always like see grass being on the other side. I saw some other stuff out there, got sidetracked. But when my back was up against the wall again, trucking industry pretty much collapsed in the last 2 years. Back up against the wall again. What did I go back on? What got me out the shelter, which was this.
Right.
So there you have it. All right. So, and follow the same procedure on this one as you doing with the other one, right? I've saved it in there. So when you get on a computer, call me up or hit me up, and I'll send you the addresses for you to pull them up on your computer in the place where you need to pull them up, so you can save them on yours, and you can start contacting these people.
Okay.
All right. You'll also be
What
able to
I
go back. You'll go back and
what
pull
I go back to? I go back to
flip-stream.com.
flip-screen.com. Okay.
All
Got
right.
it.
And you'll be able to put us up on our YouTube channel. It's going to be titled Mentorship Session with Tony Daniels.
Okay.
So you'll see it on YouTube, on our YouTube channel at Flip Stream Live on YouTube. Flip-Stream Live is our YouTube channel. Matter of fact, let me send you the link to it real quick.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me make sure I got this one saved for you too. Make sure I got this one saved. Yeah, I got it saved. All right, cool. All right, I got that one saved for you too. And remember now, you got over 300,000 more prospects in here to go through. Always look for the ones that's got the high equity. Don't ever click on one that says 100% equity. Because if they got 100% equity, you know, some ain't right. Hiding in foreclosure if it's got 100% equity. You see what I'm saying? There's something else going on with that deal. I never click those. But go through here, put in what you're looking for, and go through them, pick out the ones that that kind of fit for you. If you need help on any of them, schedule your session with me, and we help you out. Now remember, any ones that we walk you through and help you out on, right? Like what we did here today, when you close them out, you got to have me get that 10% at closing.
That'll be fine.
So if you make $30,000, I get $3,000. You make $50,000, I get $5,000. You make $20,000, I get $2,000. You know how it works. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, Kevin.
All right, man. Did this help you out?
Yes, Lord.
You think this is gonna put you on track to changing your life for the better?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hey, would you recommend Flip Stream to anybody else?
Yes.
I do that for me. Look, man, I appreciate you. I really do. It was great reconnecting with you, man. I ain't seen you in years, man. I remember we used to get on them basketball courts, man, and we used to tear it up out there.
Yeah.
We used to tear it up out there, man.
Yeah.
Over there, man. But look, man, it's nice to reconnect with old peeps from back in the day and stuff like that, because especially in the situation that we're in now, reconnecting on a business tip, because I love doing what I do. I love creating business models and sharing them with people, and especially ones that's really helping people.
Yeah. I can get up in the morning and do this.
Yeah, because I know we went through a lot with trucking last year, man. We went through a lot, and a lot of people lost everything in the trucking industry, and I didn't lose everything, but it sure did put a big dent in everything. And so I had to go back on what I knew, what got me out of the shelter the first. My bike was up against the wall the first time. This is what got me out in my home and everything I have now. So I figured, let's go back to that. All right.
My foot one in out and one in and one out with my girlfriend. We ain't getting along at all. So I gotta go.
Yeah, man. Look, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. God knows I do. Okay.
Appreciate you, Kevin.
Shoot me a text, shoot me an email. When you get to your computer, I'll go ahead and send you over the addresses from this.
Okay.
And everything, so you'll have them and you can pull them up, all that type of stuff, and you'll be able to go back and watch this video too. So,
okay.
Give me about an hour or two for it's got to finish processing in my Zoom. It takes about 2 hours for it to finish process, and then I can post it to YouTube. Okay.
Okay. All right,
All
brother.
right, man. God bless
All
you,
right.
man. Good. No,
God
hey,
bless you too.
look, man. Follow through on this stuff now. Because
I am.
I'm telling you, man. If you follow through on this stuff, 25, 30 days from now, you're gonna be calling some man. You ain't gotta call because you get paid, I'm gonna get paid.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
You're gonna be like, man, this thing is powerful. I'm looking up 10, 15 houses a day. I got a portfolio right now of 15, 20 houses that I've already sent in and getting offers back on. This is how
Wow.
Flipstream works. This is how Flipstream works. I'm telling you. All right?
All right, Kevin.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you, man.
All right. I appreciate you.
All right.